Welcome, everybody, to The World is a Mess, and I just want to steampunk it. This is episode 17, February the 9th, 2021. And I'm here with my co-host on speakerphone, Rockanne. Say hello, Rockanne.
I am excited for Valentine's Day.
Why are you excited for Valentine's Day?
Because I got some plans with my OC and D&D character, Eightfoot Beast. Eightfoot Beast.
What is it? What is it? What is it? OC.
Original character, I think.
Oh.
Original. Yeah, I think that's what.
But he is. Is he really that original?
Yes.
Okay. So what was when we're talking about your character, Eightfoot Beast? What was some of the ideas that came into your head about this character? Well, I mean, like, what was the motivation? What was the inspiration for creating this character?
Sorry, everyone. I'm at CVS.
Lovely.
Yeah. So basically, like when I started playing D&D, that was basically the main motivation to start creating this character. But I write, I have a book and I talk about having a crush on a rock star, and I don't want to say who that rock star really was. So, like, I always wanted to have, like, some kind of fictional character stand-in.
So this
like,
is
the rock star that I'm actually talking about.
So, well, I won't
like say the name.
I won't reveal the name publicly, but anyway, so this is based on a secret crush.
Partially, yes. I had more than one secret crush growing up.
Ah, okay.
One of them's not so secret.
Well, aren't you looking forward to hanging out with me for Valentine's Day? Well, we're not technically getting together.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing it tomorrow. Yeah. I'm gonna look at the Valentine's Day stuffed animals. Sorry, I'm gonna see this with my dad. I just called my dad Robin.
Okay.
Okay, so my big plans for Valentine's Day. So I've already been getting some more traction on the Instagram page, and I recently opened up a TikTok, and every morning I'm uploading a video like saying good morning, and basically it's, oh yeah, I got the gloves for 8-foot. I'm so excited because I got the gloves. I've been getting a lot more attention on the social media page because I got these like zombie killer gloves, and like basically, so 8-foot is a basically kind of like a sweet but scary, monstrous looking guy that's mostly like heavily based on Peter Steele, like heavily based on him.
But, you revealed the name. You revealed the name. But yeah,
there's another secret crush that I haven't revealed the name of. That's not so secret.
Oh, is that the other one that have I met this secret crush?
Yeah, of course you have. We met him.
Okay. Oh, you so sweet.
Yeah, I mean, like.
Yeah, I'm not a jealous type. I understand. Yeah. You have everybody has celebrity
I had a crush
crushes.
On both of these dudes when I was 13, so.
Okay.
Actually, one happened earlier than the other. But yeah, like when I found out that Peter Steele died, that's when I kind of like around that time I started crushing on him.
Okay.
But I mean, it all happened when I was 13, pretty much. That was the year that things started peaking for me. But yeah, so these are based on two crushes that I had when I was 13, or I developed them around the time when I was 13, or around just approximation. One crush happened probably a few years earlier than the other.
Okay.
I crushed on somebody else before Peter Steele because I really didn't know who Peter Steele was before he died too well. So, but yeah, I had more than one crush growing up.
I knew him as he was like that emo dark gothic Mona guy.
I knew you were gonna start talking shit.
All right, Daniel Bertizan from Ontario, Canada, from Bellwood, is here. Can you hear me, Daniel?
Yep, I can hear you.
Hello?
Hello? Yeah, can you
Oh
hear
wait,
me?
I got to put my headphones on. I'm doing the first part of the podcast with my girlfriend Rockanne. She's on speakerphone. Can you hear me, Daniel?
Yep, I hear you.
Awesome. So what's on your mind today, Daniel?
Did you hear that William Dafoe has just stepped on the set of Spider-Man 3?
Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, like the MCU version of Spider-Man
Well,
3.
didn't he have a cameo in Spider-Man 3? Oh, you're talking about the MCU Spider-Man 3. Got it.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that. What is all they're going to do in the Marvel multiverse? Is that what that has to do with?
Yeah, like Spider-Verse.
The Spider-Verse. Well, cool. Sounds snazzy.
Yeah. They already confirmed Alfred Molina's Doc Ock is going to be in
I
there.
should probably mute myself now.
You can if you want. We're talking about the Spider-Verse and the Marvel MCU, which you've seen WandaVision, but you're not totally familiar because you haven't seen most of the Marvel.
I've seen WandaVision up to episode 5, but I'm not familiar with what's the movie that became before WandaVision? Because
Like the Avengers and Avengers Endgame, but yeah, the Marvel MCU movies. You're not that familiar with.
Yeah, I need to watch Endgame. Right now, I'm on the second Star Wars movie. So after I finish the second Star Wars movie, I can watch Endgame. So that way, I can make more sense of
Avengers Endgame.
WandaVision.
Well, it's Infinity War is the beginning of that story, and then
WandaVision is like an
Endgame.
acid trip.
Yeah, it is definitely.
That's a total trip.
It is definitely an acid trip. You're not sure what's going on, and a lot of things are contradicting themselves, and then weird things are happening.
It kind of reminds me of my dreams. Like a lot of my dreams are like that.
Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, you could put me on mute while I talk to Daniel, or if you want to interject, take yourself off mute. That's all right. Whatever. You're a free participant here at the World is a Mess, and I just went to Steampunk It podcast. Anyway, so does this have to do with William Dafoe? What movie is he going to be in? What is this going to be? Doctor Strange 2?
I think he's going to be in both Spider-Man 3 and Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness. I don't see. Everybody's online is wondering, is he going to be Norman Osborn of the Sam Raimi universe, or is he going to be Norman Osborn of the MCU? See, that's like a question a lot of people ask, and
well, I think a lot of people are also confused about like the nature of Quicksilver and WandaVision. Is this the Quicksilver from the X-Men universe, or is this the Quicksilver from the MCU?
like, well, the Quicksilver of the MCU died in Ultron.
Yeah, but he apparently has come back, Pietro, and he's got the same hair color, like black at the bottom and silver at the top. I know Beyond the trailer talked about she thinks that it's Pietro from the MCU, just portrayed by the same actor from the X-Men universe. But who's to say for sure? We shall find out in WandaVision episode 6.
Yeah, people are like, oh, she pulled him from the Fox universe. You know, she's pulling people from other universes. She doesn't even know it yet. She's subconsciously doing it.
Well, that's entirely possible. But who can say for sure?
Yeah, and the
But I
reason
think they've done a good job of confusing people and misleading people, and just building up anticipation. Like I'm anxious for episode 6. And each episode, it doesn't feel long enough. You really want it to be like an hour long. It feels too short because there's a lot going on in like 40 minutes.
Like the next episode is going to be like what, in the 90s? Because this episode was in the 80s, right? The next episode is going to be.
I don't know. There's no real logic, when it comes to this show. It just seems to be like a bubble universe, partially created by Wanda, but maybe she's being influenced by some outside force. But who can say for sure?
Yeah, I can't wait because like I love the 90s. I grew up in the 90s. The 90s was my decade, and I just love. I can't wait until we reach it and stuff. And yeah, and I think, what? Like I said many times, I think that some elements that she's pulling from other universes are going to stay in the MCU even after Doctor Strange fixes the multiverse. Some people are going to stay, like Alfred Molina's Doc Ock, maybe William Dafoe's Green Goblin, maybe the Sandman. You remember the Sandman from Spider-Man 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he'll.
Spider-Man 3 was terrible, by the way, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was terrible. But the only good part about Spider-Man 3 was like the Sandman, Thomas Hayden Church's Sandman. He was good. But
yeah, that part was good, but I didn't like the way they did Venom, and I didn't like how they did Green Goblin Light. That's what I'm going to call him, Green Goblin Light, because they had built up anticipation for 3 movies. You're like, oh my God, his son is going to become the evil new Green Goblin, and then he sort of equips himself with the Green Goblin equipment, but then he gets knocked unconscious really easy, gets amnesia, and then everything's back to normal again. And he's best friends with Peter Parker again, and it's just really, it was kind of a cop out and anticlimactic. I thought that the actor who played Venom was really, he's a comic actor, and he just didn't do well portraying Venom, and he just felt corny, like a cheesy B movie.
Yeah, it was like that 70s show guy. What's his name?
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name, but he wasn't Venom style. Venom is a big muscle head, right? He's a big muscle head. He works out. He's huge. Yeah, but this guy was too skinny. He was way too skinny. And
yeah, he just didn't fit the type of being a supervillain. It did not work for me. Sandman was really good. That part was really well done. I really wish they would have just focused on Sandman. It would have been a lot better movie. If they had cut out the Green Goblin Jr. and saved that for another movie, and then cut out Venom and just focused on Sandman, then it would have probably been a much better movie, and then we probably could have had a Spider-Man 4 instead of the Amazing Spider-Man movies, which weren't really that good. I've seen both Amazing Spider-Man movies, and I wasn't really that impressed.
Oh, did you buy Amazing Spider-Man 2? You said you would buy it.
I bought it at the dollar store. I'm gonna probably resell it on I'm gonna resell it on eBay. Been getting rid of movies like DVDs, Blu-rays that I don't want or need. I sell on eBay, but
how do you do that? How do you sell things on eBay?
You sign up for an account, and then you have to put in a debit card for billing.
Oh,
because you get billed selling fees. eBay typically charges like 10% of the price of the item that you sold. But yeah.
So how much did it cost at the dollar store? Was it like what, $1 or $2? Or what was it for?
It was $2.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good. That was Amazing Spider-Man 2 on Blu-ray with the digital copy, which I already redeemed the digital copy. And I think I have it right here. Yeah, I have it right here because I intend. This is a pile of movies that I intend to sell. Yeah, I got this at the dollar store for $2. Amazingly good deal because you got the Blu-ray copy. Blu-rays are normally expensive, and you also got the DVD. It's got the DVD and the Blu-ray. I've already removed the slip, but it also came with a serial number for doing a digital redemption, which I've already done on iTunes. But yeah, I mean, it was interesting. I wanted to see this movie. I never got around to seeing it, but I could see why. It was just, the Green Goblin was weird and kind of cheesy with the way they portrayed him, and I don't know. I didn't like Electro. I thought Electro was kind of weird as the way they portrayed him. It just wasn't that good. I wasn't feeling it.
It was weird. Like
There was just there was something missing in the Amazing Spider-Man movies. They only made 2 of them, but there was something missing. It just there was some chemistry missing, and it just didn't.
They were gonna make a 3rd one, and they were gonna get Will Smith to play Doc Ock. What's his name? Yeah, and I was like, Will Smith as Doc Ock? That would have been bad.
That probably would have been really cheesy.
Yeah, but what's his name? Tom Holland keeps on saying that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are not in the movie. However, a pizza delivery guy claimed, or he keeps on insisting, that he was delivering pizza to Andrew Garfield, and Andrew Garfield was in the same place they were filming Spider-Man 3. He was in the same area. Now, what would he be doing in the same area if he wasn't filming for that movie?
Well, this is just all gossip, so who's to say? Anything could go when it comes to gossip.
So, and also, Tobey Maguire was doing a costume fitting. He was doing a costume fitting back in December. What would he be doing that for? He's probably doing something for the movie.
Probably.
So I'm just really excited. I mean, oh my God, these multiverse movies are going to be so cool. You got Spider-Man 3, and then you got Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And then after that, you're going to have Ant-Man 3 Quantumania, which they haven't even started filming yet. And I think that's going to...
Well, everything's on the back burner and delayed because of COVID. I mean, COVID is still ravaging America as we speak. On February 9th, 2021, we're up to... Oh, what's the death count now? It's so depressing. Yeah, we're up to 468,000 deaths. Yesterday, we had 3,098 deaths. So, yeah, we're still in America. We still have a 9/11 every day because of COVID and because of Trump's incompetence and, missing vaccines. It's a mess here in America. It really is. And the economy is in really bad shape.
Yes, it is.
What did you say, Rockanne?
It is a mess.
Yeah, I mean, Canada is a little bit better off than United States. They have handled COVID so much better than United States. Canada, let me look at. I mean, if you base it on, Canada has less population in the United States, but per capita they've done better.
Well, also the emergency room thing.
Yeah, emergency rooms here. I actually got a story the other day. I actually got a call in on my friend and check because it's nuts. His dad last Tuesday, this was a week ago, and I haven't called to find out if he's okay. I don't know. He could have passed away. But my friend who's an engineer in Birmingham, Alabama, his father, who lives in Pensacola, Florida, last Tuesday, a week ago, started having pain in his gut, and he got diagnosed with inflamed. He had inflamed appendix, which is normally a routine surgery that you should be able to just go to the doctor and couple hour surgery. They cut it out, and then you recover a couple days, and you're okay. But no, not in America. We now have the world's worst healthcare system. Here in America, basically he was told that his appendix had swollen to the size of a football, and that if it were to blow up inside of him, and they're not able to cut it out in time, that he would die. And they told him and said, yeah, we can't get to you to do surgery until Friday because we are all of our doctors are unavailable for surgery because they're all the hospitals are filled up with COVID patients. And this is Florida, where, Florida is the crazy state. You have a governor who was a Trump bootlicker, Governor DeSantis, refused to even close Florida. And He's even tried to suppress the death records and fired data scientists, got data scientists fired from the Department of Health and Human Services for even daring to report the correct numbers, because he was trying to suppress the numbers so that he can help out Trump politically. But you can't ignore the facts when death is facing you in the face. But anyway, getting back to my friend, I kind of got off topic there. So they told his dad that he may die because they're not going to be able to, even though he needs the surgery on Tuesday, they're not going to be able to get to him until Friday. And the last time I talked to my friend was on Thursday, or no, I think it was on Wednesday. And his dad was not doing very well, and they were trying to keep him still. And his wife was waiting on him hand and foot, because if you have an inflamed appendix that big, the size of a football, and they're not able to remove it immediately for several days, the moment that you even slightly move and it ruptures, it's basically an infection. So all that bacteria will get into your blood and in your innards, and then you'll die from septic shock. And this, before COVID, would have been a routine procedure. Okay, you need an emergency appendix removal, we'll do it today. But now you're having to wait like 4 days to get life-saving surgery. And so the death toll in the United States, with it being 463,000, yeah, in Canada there has been 20,000 deaths in Canada. That's a hell of a lot better than the United States. Now, let's see, what's the population of Canada? Canada. Because you got to base it on, okay, yeah, Canada is 37 million. So that's marginally better than the United States. Like, you know, so you, per capita, that's like 20,000 deaths in Canada is like the equivalent of 200,000 deaths in the United States. We're getting up to nearly 500,000 deaths here in the United States, and we're probably already at 500,000, because we haven't even calculated splash damage. Like, how many people have died from like heart attacks, strokes, appendix, because they weren't able to get the life-saving surgery they needed because all the hospitals were filled up with COVID patients. There was the Ask a Mortician channel. She was talking about how COVID has overburdened the funeral home system, because like you had all these bodies stacking up and nowhere to bury them, because a lot of these families are poor and they can't afford $3,000 for a cremation. You know, if you want a proper funeral, it's going to be an average of a year's salary at minimum wage. And most people just can't afford those kind of funeral expenses, and they're having problems keeping up with all the bodies. And the majority of people who are dying from COVID are of low income and minority groups. Like Latino community has been hit particularly hard. I know they call it Latinx, or, you know, Latino, Latinx, whatever you want to call it, but it's been hit particularly hard. And most of these are poor working families, and they don't have the money even for cremation, because, you know, they're making minimum wage. And so they said that she said that the federal government's response in the last year due to COVID has been not even there. Like, the federal government hasn't even had any kind of sense of urgency or management, and funeral homes are overwhelmed, and there are people who are not able to bury their dead because they can't afford to do so. And she said she's seen more bodies within the last 6 months than in her entire lifetime. You know, you know, funeral homes are just overwhelmed and they don't know what to do because there's no guidance, no leadership. Let's hope that Biden is still trying to fix the chaos that Trump created. Trump cut supplies, cut resources. He slashed funding to the CDC. He suppressed data and information that would have been helpful to tracking the disease. It's going to take years to fix the damage that Trump has done. So I don't know. Our economy's in trouble. The pandemic, we're in trouble from a medical. It's a national disaster, and we're not treating it as such. So I don't know what's going to happen. You got Republicans in Congress saying that we don't need another stimulus because everything is fine. But yet they didn't say that when it came to bailing out Wall Street with the tune of $4 trillion buying toxic assets and bonds. But we got about 2 minutes left, guys. Thank you, Daniel, for joining me from Bellwood, Ontario, Canada. And thank you, Rockanne, for joining me on the speakerphone from Torrance, California. And I'm here in North Hollywood, California. But anyway, I gotta get going. I gotta get some grocery shopping done. Thank you. This has been The World is a Mess, and I just want to steampunk it. Episode 17, February the 9th, 2021. You have a nice day, and I will see you 25 billion years. I will.